went.
Thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I don't know. They're a little bit on the edge, but to be honest, it's probably okay.
It's cooking. We're preparing the next bags to open up.
Oh, nice. This is the decaf, Marcala honey decaf.
The phone technology is working right now.
Huh?
This looks so even.
Yeah, the decaf process takes out a lot of the defective beans, and this is like the easiest one to sort by far. You almost don't need to touch it.
All right. It is live. It's working.
Sweet.
Okay. Give it a few minutes. We'll get some people rolling in. But yeah, we're out here in Berkeley at Co-Row, and we're roasting some coffee.
Yeah.
So how's it been going so far? I showed up late.
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, we've done 3 batches so far, only 10 more to go. But about to start the Neguse, so you came at a good time.
Is this the ultra light?
This is the light,
Okay.
and then there will be 2 more batches of the ultra light.
Okay, so we're doing light first and then ultra light.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell people a little bit more about this coffee?
So I think we were looking for a really good Ethiopian bean. I think they've been having a good year in general. Harry, I think, turned us on to both this farmer as well as Crop to Cup as a place to reach out to see if they have good, coffee. So we got some samples from them, and this one kind of just blew us away. We were looking for either a good wash or a good natural, something more traditional, exceptional terroir focused, and nothing too artificially processed. In addition to our fun ones.
This is the cleanest one of the weird coffees.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just really like clean naturals. That's sort of my thing.
Yeah,
that's my personal favorite. Whenever I find a really well done, clean, traditional natural processed coffee, it's like a given that I'm gonna try to source as much of it as possible. I think they only had 1 bag left of this, so we were able to snag it, thankfully.
Yeah.
But I wish I could have got more, because it's been a blast to profile roast and to try different things, and I think it'll probably be one of the best ultralight coffees.
Yeah, well, we're doing
there.
the normal light, and then we'll do the ultralight after, and then if you guys have any questions, you can ask about it. Oh,
Yeah.
have you tried somebody asked, have you tried anti-maceration yet?
I don't think we've had any anti-maceration coffees. Yeah, so not yet, and I don't know if I've ever gotten one from another roaster either. So
yeah, I think Diego just released one that you could buy from Manhattan, but I haven't tried it yet. And it's the same. I think it's still a Castillo. It's still cheap, same price as the regular processed one, but it's supposed to be, I don't know, it's supposed to be weirder, cleaner or something. I don't know. I have high hopes. Okay, well,
sounds good.
Yeah, but I don't know. You can just roast, and we'll just see who rolls in.
Good. Sounds good.
You can talk about whatever you're doing too.
What's that?
I dropped a few.
Oh, that's okay. No worries.
It's like eating fruit right off the tree. Okay, I gotta go pick some of that up from Manhattan. It was another El Paraíso coffee. But yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us, because it is gonna get loud as we begin roasting. Yeah. And roasting on the Pro Bat.
So I actually cut these 2 this morning, the light and the ultralight, from last week's roast. I mean, granted, obviously both of them need quite a bit more rest, but yeah, not gonna lie, the ultralight I feel like is now turning into my favorite.
Is the superior choice. I did get a version of this coffee a long time ago from Regalia. I don't think it's the same lot, but it's a very impressive natural, so I hope you guys were able to snag a bag of it. I mean, I think people watching this, I don't know how many people who are watching this ordered, but yeah, it's sold out, so you're making this guy do work.
I mean, I'm so grateful if any of you guys are on right now that bought it. yeah, thanks for giving it a try, and yeah, checking out our roasting style and our sourcing. Yeah, appreciate you guys coming on the journey with us. But yeah, we only have a limited capacity to roast every 2 weeks, but we are going to open it back up this weekend for the next roast. So if you weren't able to snag it before the end of the week, hopefully you can put in an order and give it a shot before it's all gone.
Yeah, and then it probably will sell out after, and then we'll move on to the next coffee. But we're gonna actually show the roasting of it, but we'll roast the normal light. So the way I would classify a lot of Ming's roast, a lot of Moonwake's flavor profile is very balanced, nice structure, and things tying everything together. So quite a different take on a lot of the higher clarity, lighter roast coffees. I mean, I think his normal light, yes, this is the lost and found lot. Somebody asked, is this the lost and found?
Lost and found lot.
So we're doing the normal light, and then we'll do the ultralight after. I'm on my phone, so I can't easily link it, but you can go to their website, moonwakecoffeeroasters.com, and you can go and look at that coffee. But yeah, even the normal light is, I would classify pretty light. I don't remember what Agtron you guys are generally at, but it is very light.
Yeah, they usually start being really good, at least like not the crazy processed ones, but they start really coming to life at like week 2.5 to week 3. Yep. So kind of like an indication of how light it is too.
Yeah. But a lot of his roasts are that clean style, balanced, structured acidity, a lot of things tying everything together, and a lot of nice sweetness in the finish. And I generally get a lot of, I think it's because of the Probat. That's a big part of that's the Probat, but also the roasting style is pretty strong. So anyway, how and where do we do the pre-order? Go to, I think it's sold out right now on the website.
Yeah, I think we'll open it again very soon. If not tonight, then tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can only roast so much. So the issue is you guys ordered too much, and now they got to push the roasting guide to the next. So there is still more of that coffee left. So they'll open it up more and more down the line.
Yeah, if we get a moment of break, maybe Mabel can open up the orders since we're already roasting.
We got a few people asking about it.
Yeah, we can try to get Mabel to open it up for you guys, especially so you can get in there before it runs out.
I mean, I think that we had a few people ask about how to brew it. It's going to be a few weeks before we can, we have Expo next week. All right, someone asked you. Well, okay, he's roasting right now, so if he gets a break, we can look at some of the questions. Hope that hose or something fell down.
Oh yeah, that's just an extra water hose for cleaning. No biggie.
Okay, so we do have a question. Would you be able to provide some insight on why you chose a traditional drum roaster to do an ultralight?
Oh yeah, because I just hate myself and want to make it as hard as possible. No, at least here where we're roasting, like my choices are 1 kg Mill City, which is too small, 5 kg Probat, which is like the perfect size, and then that's the next one right there is a 15 kg Loring. So the size is the biggest limitation for us, really. So given like we're really small, we're just starting out, we're trying to get our name out there. Like we don't have that much capacity to roast on such a big machine. We'll have too much extra.
And also, if you're not used to roasting on a roaster like that, you're gonna put 15 kilo, a little less than 15 kilo, you're gonna put all that coffee into a roaster and you might botch it, right? So there's a lot of risk there, and this is what he's comfortable on, so we're gonna roast on this one. But I will say though, for ultralight, I do think this traditional drum roaster Probat adds a little bit of that sweetness at the end. Some of those like max clarity Loring roasts that you could get might not be the most enjoyable. And this has a little bit of coloring, a little bit of Adds a little bit of sweetness, and I think I like it a lot, at least.
Yeah, actually, that's a really great point because, I prefer the Loring for a little bit more clarity, but a lot of roasters do also because it's just easier. Like it's more consistent. Your margin of error is a little bit bigger, especially for an ultralight. So it's just like harder to nail it on a Probat. But I think if you're just like to compare the nailed roast on either, I would actually prefer the Probat too.
Yeah, so I think this is more enjoyable. This is more transparent. And that's the type of thing that, we have a Loring hater in the house. what? There's a Loring hater right there. We can answer that question as well. Oh my God, what a great timing.
Yeah.
There's the number one Loring hater in the world here. Yo, what's up, Bill? I'm live streaming.
I saw the live stream, so I just decided to show up.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show up.
Okay, so this guy is the biggest Loring hater. Okay, so you need it.
He hates it more than I do.
Yeah, so somebody did ask a question, why would you use a drum roaster to do light roasts, ultra light roasts versus not
I don't know. For business use case, I think Loring's better.
Loring's better?
I think Loring's better for ultralight.
Okay.
Yeah. And this Probat just has a child that needs attention 24/7. So I'll love to keep after.
Oh no, don't worry about it, man. I'll get it after. Bill's the best.
This is Bill of Hydrangea. This man's been traveling forever, and now he's finally back.
I don't know where I'm at.
This guy has not been able to play Overwatch with me. I'm very sad.
Yeah.
When are we going to see more microwave roasting machines? There are a few. Let's set these guys down real quick. Yeah, so whenever we do these streams, we got people showing up, which is fun.
Alright. The afterburner has stopped complaining.
Thank you.
My life has been saved. This is the one thing I'm useful at.
Yeah, stopping every couple of roasts definitely get annoying after a while.
Yeah. I think this Probat is capable of doing ultralight, given that we play around with the airflow here. But honestly, this thing has been too dangerous, and I'm too terrified to touch it.
This thing went out of the power outage on you the other day, right?
Yes, this thing also went out of power on me the other day. So I got Hydrangea's first ever rainbow roast. So that was a thing.
How did you end up with a rainbow? Was it
the
one
machine's
batch
still
was?
hot.
Oh, I see.
The
I see.
machine's still hot, right? So the bottom becomes charcoal, right? And the top is under roasted, right? You can see a nice gradient, and then once they're mixed, they're rainbow color.
Did it taste better than past second crack Letty?
I don't know. I can also pass every crack Letty.
Oh, we got a question. What is your charge weight?
About 8 pounds.
8 pounds. Okay.
Yeah. So 3,700 grams. It says 5 kg, but I would never recommend going to 5 kg.
Yeah.
All right, we have about 50 people here who have nothing else better to do on a Friday night to hang out with us.
Foster recently changed to 5.0, and the numbers are much bigger now. That makes me happy.
Which numbers?
Just
These
in
numbers?
general, the numbers, the UIs are much more friendly.
Yeah. It's a nice,
it
nice
feels
refresh.
modern.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Let me see if I can link it on my phone. MoonwakeCoffeeRoasters.com. And then, so that's Ming, Moonwake, and then that's Bill, Hydrangea.
Not Moonwake.
Not Moonwake.
Basically Moonwake. 4 times Moonwake.
Somebody in chat link it for me. I can't do this easily on my phone. Wait, let me see if I, okay, hold on. I don't know if it will URL. So yeah, the one he's roasting right now is the light, and then we're gonna get into doing the ultralight after. I didn't know they were Moonwake. I just placed an order this afternoon. I'll ask Mabel to wait for the new release. Yeah. Oh, does the link get auto? Okay, hold on. I have a computer here. I can check and see if the links will get added. One moment. Oh, what are you doing?
Should we show this? It's been exactly a year. So
Oh.
if anyone recognize this,
Look at this.
people will like this.
Is
yeah.
it both washed and
The natural?
natural?
Yeah, from small batch. If you know, you know. This is coming up at the end of April.
All right, we'll be on the lookout. If you
Moonwake is getting more coffee than I do. So yeah.
All right. Well, there will be a Pepe from our friend Bill here,
And Moonwake.
and Ming.
That goes,
Okay, we'll see
Oh
some
yeah,
cool
that's
stuff.
gonna be super
It's gonna be
exciting.
Pepe.
I'm just getting the words out there that this is happening.
Finally get to work with the legendary Bill.
You should cup with this guy. This is the greatest experience of all time.
Best green sorcerer on the planet.
That was a moment.
Wow. Man's got the logo.
All
So
right.
hopefully this time we can get the ultralight curve to show up
Yeah.
next to it, so you guys can see the differences in the curve. It was hard to shoot last time in the video, or like kind of the Probat didn't, or Cropster, something happened where it didn't detect the initial charge, I think.
Yeah, it just like shifted the whole thing to the right.
Yeah. So, but we can get the overlay and show you guys some roast curves later. But even, I mean, look at this, guys. Even the normal light is already pretty freaking light. Might be hard to see on the camera. But
I feel like the two are converging, like the light and the ultralight. Yeah, based on my cupping this morning, I tweaked the light profile just a tiny bit, like half a degree lighter, and like I think like 20-ish seconds shorter overall. Trying to punch up a little bit of the vibrancy and also tone down the sweetness a tiny bit.
yeah, so generally speaking, that the light would probably be more sweet, have like a nicer finish, and then like a ultralight will be like very sparkly acidity, maybe boosted
Yeah.
up florals.
Yeah.
But what was your experience like today? Oh, what happened? Okay, wait, our connection died for a second, guys. Okay, I think we're back. I'm streaming from my phone, so the internet connection, you know, if this stream went too perfect, it wouldn't be a stream from me if we didn't have technical errors.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, ultralight versus light. I'm gonna stand back here because I think the connection's a little bit better.
Yeah, so light, the flavors are going to be tied together better. You'll have a much longer aftertaste, and you have a better like mouthfeel. You'll be able to get that like retro nasal, all the flavor notes with some sweetness, like quite a bit after you sip. And then ultralight, you'll get more like a tea-like body, but the florality will be like insane. So like when you first grind it, and from like your first sip, the aromatics are a lot more separated. This coffee just inherently has a ton of sweetness, so
Yeah.
it actually does really well as an ultralight. But yeah, those are kind of the big differences. I think it'll be more finicky to brew ultralight, obviously.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, I'm just cupping it, so it's already going to be like I'm just looking past some of the under extraction already. But they're both going to be really good. And especially with this roast, like I'm slightly even going lighter on the light, so the separation between the two isn't massive. But if you get both, it'll be interesting to hear what you guys think.
That actually would be very interesting to pick up both the light and ultralight.
Yeah, we had a couple people do that.
I don't know if we'll have enough coffee for both.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that might be the challenge.
Yeah, we were only able to get one bag of this, so it's probably only going to be here for a couple more roasts, if even that.
Yeah, so, somebody asked what's the development time on that?
It's about 50 seconds for the light, 46 seconds I think this time, going a little bit less. And then for the ultralight, it's going to be 18 seconds and maybe a little bit less for that this time too.
Mm-hmm. Cool, but yeah, we got the light done and now we're going to move on to the ultralight.
Yep.
Set you guys down here for a second. Let me check to see if the stream is working. Oh yeah, I forgot there is a YouTube chat, so this will show up here. Okay. Maybe I'll turn off on my phone the actual YouTube chat. All right, there we go. I can't wait for my ultralight to arrive, so I can wait another 4 to 5 weeks. Yeah.
Ultralight life.
Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of fun with it, though, is like you get one of these coffees and you kind of just forget about it, and then you open it up and it's already ready, rested, and all of that. But yeah, now we're gonna do the Ultra. So hopefully, I think my connection, it's kind of weird on the Wi-Fi, so I think here is probably okay.
All right.
Okay, so what are you doing different for Ultra versus normal light?
So I am gonna probably, I think I'm pretty happy with the last roast last week, so I'm probably gonna mimic that. Of course, I also can't properly tell if I need changes until a month out, so I'm gonna try to do the same thing. And the difference is mainly the development. That's like the most significant flavor impacting difference, like the development time being less than half, much less than half. But also I'm gonna extend the Maillard a bit more than the light. I wanna make sure it's like even going into first crack. So I actually like to extend the ultralight, like middle sections a little bit longer. Those are probably the biggest changes. Otherwise, I'm treating the rest of it fairly similar between the two. Charge temp is the same. A lot of the initial momentum is the same. So yeah, we'll just try to get it to the charge temp, and then we'll start this roast.
So waiting for the temperature to...
Yeah, I'll try to overlay the light that we just did too. Normally I would overlay like the last ultralight to try to get it to, just be easier to match, but it might be fun to show the difference between the two curves.
Yeah, and we can also look at the beans after too. But it's always hard to tell
Yeah.
with the naturals also.
Yeah, I should have snapped a picture of like the ground color. The ground color is like more
Yeah, that's how
obviously
you can
different.
tell.
Yeah.
I think somebody did ask what was your normal Actron level anyway for most of your lights.
It's a good question. I wrote it down in a spreadsheet somewhere.
It's very light. Don't worry about it. All right, there we go. The beans are in. Do you call first crack at the actual first crack or first successive cracks?
Oh, good question. I think what matters is being consistent. So for me personally, I usually do like the first multiple successive cracks. So there's usually you'll have some random beans cracking before you get close, and then I wait for like the double pop basically. But no really wrong way to do it. You just like pick whatever your favorite marker is.
So fun watching my coffee being roasted. Yeah. Well, this is, we post these videos showing off cool stuff, and this is the result of it, right? Is an actual product that comes out of it. And I have a video with Ming and Mabel that I'm gonna release later on. We got to figure out when we're filming everything, but it's a video on these guys and what they do, and I think it'll be fun. We filmed a lot of stuff. That's why we were here the other day, and we made like an ultralight video instead. Well, we made an ultralight and some other stuff, but yeah, it's always cool to be able to show off a lot of these small businesses, especially if they're willing to listen to, or willing to entertain my funny ideas.
Oh no, I appreciate the opportunity to just show what we're about, and for people to hopefully try it along with us and see what they think.
Hey, but there's all these guys hanging out with us right now, so thanks for watching the stream.
Yeah, it needs sorting. Yeah.
Oh, it needs to be sorted?
It needs to be sorted. Yeah.
But yeah, this is Co-Ro in the Bay Area. So it's a co-roasting space. If you guys saw that video that I did with Paolo of multimodal, this is our version of multimodal, but it's Bay Area, or Regalia. So a lot of people started their businesses here. A lot of people kind of use this and learn how to do everything. You can store your coffee here, and then they eventually kind of grow out of it and maybe open up their own shop.
This is the
and all of that.
Neguse
Got,
Ultralight.
like, this guy here.
First of 2 batches. Sorry? We finished the light version. Yeah. Yeah, I think Mabel is sorting it now. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to sort it on here. Yeah, definitely needs to, have some Quakers picked out.
All right, showing off the preview of the coffee.
I think it's what she just poured into the pan. Is the yeah. I think they got it. But
you're good. Are you there all 3 days?
Yeah, no, you're good. You can sort it later too.
Okay. I'll show this guy brewing on the stream. I'm going to hang out, but I might brew some coffee for some booths. I don't know yet. But yeah, he's got those coffees ready for anybody who's on the sub. But you see like production happening here. That's how it works. Yeah. But there are probably some of you guys who are watching the stream right now who got on his sub. You saw there was a sub video we did a while ago. Yeah. Okay, all right, I'm gonna let Bill do his stuff and we're gonna go back and look at the roasting. But yeah, as you see, is a lot of manual labor, right? This guy is putting stickers on his bags over there.
Yeah, I gotta thank a lot of our friends for coming out and helping us today. Definitely makes this a lot faster and easier.
Yeah. It's a very passion-driven industry.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can see on the curve too if you want.
Okay, yeah. So let's take a look real quick.
So gray line is the light profile that I just did. And the blue line is this roast. So you can see we're like pretty deep into Maillard right now, and the blue line is like underneath. And basically what I'm doing is like extending that Maillard phase. So this is the rate of rise. You can also kind of see I'm just like hovering right below. So I'm going a little bit slower at each part of this phase, even though the start was very similar. And that just makes it a little bit more even, a little bit less chance of having something completely underdeveloped, but still keeping all that clarity and evenness despite having a pro bat. So yeah, that's kind of it. And then you'll see the end is going to be really, really short compared to this last one.
But these are definitely relatively long roasts for some of these. You know, when you hear light or ultralight, right?
Exactly.
But it's because it's a pro bat, so you need a...
Yeah, from my own personal style and testing, like on a drum roaster doing an ultralight, this is just what I've kind of found works the best so far. But, you know, everybody has their own style.
Yeah, I definitely would say with these drum roasters, if you do like a really short roast, things do not get tied together at all. You kind of see some flavors like fall apart or like right into some sort of underdevelopment. I don't think that happens as much on something like a Loring, but I have not tasted the same coffee roasted on, you know, literally two different roasters to the same amount of time, even though you shouldn't obviously do that on both of these. But, you know, I'm not a coffee roaster. I just like tasting coffee and brewing coffee. And generally speaking, like you kind of see people do the same, like a very similar style on a lot of these roasters, but they'll add a different spin on it. But definitely, if you taste this coffee and you taste any of their other roasts, they're definitely very balanced, very clean, very sweet. Harmony is the way I would describe a lot of Moonwake roasts. You know, it's a different style than if you were to look at something like maybe a Say or a Picky Chemist, even a Hydrangea is like, even everybody has like slightly different preferences. So anyway, yeah, this is mostly what coffee roasting is. You get set up. There's only so much entertaining. Like, we can only be so entertaining, but at the end of the day, right? He's roasting, he's doing work.
"18 seconds development." But I've gone even gentler this time. I basically took both profiles and just edged it lighter. So yeah, even more waiting now. Just kidding.
Someone's like, how many gas adjustments are you doing?
I try to do as minimal as possible, but I feel like on average I end up making like 5 or 6. It really depends. I feel like when I first get a new coffee, this is still I think like second time we're really roasting it, I end up making more. But my usual goal is to try to simplify things and cut down on those. So
Yeah.
I'll review the curves and try to see if I can omit some. But yeah,
It doesn't even smell like roasted coffee.
yeah, it won't smell like that for a while. But yeah, we'll still need to pick out a few of these Quakers though.
But not many.
Not too many.
Yeah, it's a great green. But also it's like some of these definitely look like they're roasted, but they look like they're Quakers from afar. They're light, really light.
Yeah. Yeah, test your ability to detect color. But yeah, there's like a few green beans in there too. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, there's like
I don't know what it is. I feel like there's some ledge in this robat that green beans get caught on. So yeah, hope you guys have a good grinder that can chew through these green beans.
Yeah, there's like one green bean over there that's getting pushed around. But yeah, one of your guys' coffees, one of your orders is in here. If you ordered, this is it. Like this is the coffee.
Yep. I'm gonna clean this vortex real quick.
So it's currently sold out. There might be another batch. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try linking it in here, or if somebody can link the coffee in the chat, that'd be awesome. I'm on my phone. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's something that's like cutting the that's like maybe YouTube is like banning the links for some reason. It might be a like an auto protection feature or something. I have a computer here, so I can put a chat. Somebody says eat one of the beans.
Eat one of the beans?
Oh yeah, wait. Oh, but I don't know. With this, it's like, is that gonna kill your teeth?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, that's Bailey. Bailey from Intelligentsia says eat one, Brian. Yeah, I don't know. With this one, I don't want to break my teeth considering how light this is. That's pretty light. Too dense for me. I'm gonna set you guys down and I'm gonna put the link in the chat. 1 second. And more work will happen. Okay.
I think I'll just drop that one and then you guys can sort it separately. That way I can watch it. That way I can just get a bit more momentum, get through these roasts. Behind you.
Don't you just drop this when it's cold then?
Yeah, and should be close, I think.
This one might be tougher though too.
Sorry?
This one might be tougher too.
This will be the hardest one to sort, for sure.
What do you rate these two?
Perfect.
Perfect? Okay.
Exactly what we want.
Okay, so
It's going to be
that's
the
what we
really
like.
bad offenders are going to be the Quakers. They're going to be almost pale. Yeah.
Oh gosh, even I'm having a hard time telling like if something is quicker.
Well, I'm on my computer, Bailey.
Yeah, just drop it and get a weight, and then
This looks fun.
Okay, so
Ooh,
usually
that one
what
I
I
would
do,
probably take out.
'cause I'm on my phone.
You can get it later,
So this
though.
is doing the
Yeah.
streaming, and I got a computer, and that's what it's that's how it works.
Yep, go for it.
So I think
Just
it
make
should
sure
work
you get
now.
a weight.
All right, look at, there we go. Look at that. I'm using the cafe Wi-Fi to do this stream. So there's the Koro Cafe, and
Got it.
you can see we have some things there. Got some of those Bay Area coffee roasters, all of that. So rock sorter, rock sorter. All of these are hard like a rock. This is so light. Does Koro have a color sorter? I think there was a. Did they get a Sabda in here?
They do have a Sabda, but it's not a. Was the question a color sorter? Was that the question?
Yeah.
Was-
Yeah, is there a color sorter in here?
There's a Sabda, but it's actually a precision weight bill. So it's
Okay.
not a color sorter, although they do make an excellent color sorter, I've heard. But yeah, no, they don't have a color sorter here, unfortunately. I've
Yeah.
asked them, but they don't have one.
Yeah, not right now.
Yeah. I would love one.
You have your eyes.
That is true.
How do you make sure this doesn't taste grassy? Okay, so we kind of, if you guys saw that last video, there was a section where we talked about how to brew these. So the thing with ultralights is it's two things. One is I think you need to definitely extract higher, and the second is resting. So if you have some sort of grassiness, sometimes that actually can just be mitigated with longer resting times and also extracting higher. But with this very specific roaster and this coffee, I think actually some of that grassiness, I actually don't necessarily think it's true grassiness. It's more of like an oats effect on the ProBat and with some of these ultralights. Or like if you incorrectly brew some of these coffees, they'll all taste like a weekly brew tea. Kind of like, actually like chaff tea, if you ever like have brewed a chaff tea before. So one is, I guess we can make a video on how to brew this coffee in maybe a month. Like literally a month.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you'll get too much grassiness on this one at all.
Yeah, not on
actually.
this coffee.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, you can approach a lot of these ultra lightly roasted coffees in the same way. And the easiest way to get rid of grassiness is to just literally not brew the coffee for like weeks on end, which is an unfortunate thing because you buy this amazing coffee, you don't get to touch it for like a month. How I brew Moonwake ultralight coffee soon. Yeah, maybe. We'll do a video. Maybe we can film a video this weekend. We'll see. We're all going to Expo, so it's kind of like a hectic week because we're all traveling. I haven't actually cupped this coffee yet. I've only tasted this coffee one time, and that was with Harry like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was really, really sweet. It was like amazing. At least this specific version of the coffee. I was quite impressed by the Regalia version of this. The Regalia, the Prodigal one of the last, I can't remember how many. It's not the same lot, obviously, but that coffee was amazing. If you go to Chicago, you can hang out with me. and you can go see Bill and Ming. Well, Ming's going to be at the San Remo booth and probably walking around the show. Bill's going to be at Ally, I think. I don't know where I'm going to be at. I know I'm going to be at the Cafe booth for a little, for fun, probably on a Sunday. Might brew at the Loring booth. I haven't figured it out yet. This time of there's like week or 2 weeks before the show, like people always hit you up like, hey, we want you to brew and we want you to come to our booth, and apparently because you're like a big deal, right? And they're like, oh, we can get people to come to our booth, but I don't know. I'm going as myself this year. Filming with Rolf, maybe. He's got to message me back. This man is busy. Yeah, a lot of parties. I think I'm gonna stream day one. Day one, I will stream, and I'm gonna pay up. I'm gonna pay up for. Oh, we will introduce him to illegal April tech. Yeah, so I think I'm probably gonna stream day one. I'm not like not entirely sure yet. I know you have plans Friday night, dude. I don't even know exactly what my schedule's like, but yeah, I think my plan is to. So the things I am doing is there's the Intelligentsia Flare Espresso competition. Might be biased in that judging somewhere, depending on who's competing. But no, that'll be super fun. And then probably go to a few parties. Might brew at the Loring booth. I'm gonna brew at the Cafe booth on Sunday. I don't know exactly what time yet, but yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this will be a really fun show. But I think 3 days I would like to do something at someone's booth, and it'll be fun. But usually people will trade you your time for like a ticket to the show. But I bought my own tickets, and I'm just gonna go and have some fun. But yeah, if any of you guys are at Expo, come and say hi to us. I can walk around real quick because yeah, most of roasting is like this. There's only so much entertainment we can provide you. Okay, I'll give you guys a tour. Got lots of Lorings. So for you guys who did not know, Loring is actually a local company to us. So in the Bay Area, well, I mean, they're kind of north, but Loring is made in California. They're nearby. And I'm actually gonna do a video with Loring at a later date. But yeah, local, so pretty awesome. Here's a Mill City. This is, I have never used this before, but there you go. The technology, blending, and then some people have their own sections in here. So like this is where you can store your greens. So essentially you can run your entire business out of here if you really wanted to. If you wanted to keep everything in there. Did you get the Cybertruck a ticket to the show as well?
That would be pretty fun, huh? I don't know. Are they ever going to have an expo over here? Did they ever have one here before?
I don't think so. I think it's usually like Chicago.
Not even like
Portland,
LA or
maybe
anything.
LA. I'm never sure now because there's also like there's Coffee Fest, and
Right,
I don't know if it's
right.
the same org.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know anymore. I haven't been around long enough to know for it to rotate like between everything.
It's a bit far of a drive this time.
Yeah. Show us the curve. That's what somebody's asked.
Let's see. How do I show this? Open in browser.
They updated the UI on this?
They did. This is a new version 5. It's a little bit more modern. I just hate how slow it syncs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of ignore the reference curve, but that is it. Drop just at, this is 19 seconds, but it was basically 18. And the end temp should be just under 200 degrees. But yeah.
Yeah, so shorter development time on the ultralight. And then the light is even lighter now, sort of.
The light is lighter than last
time.
light.
Yeah, the last light. But these are
Yeah.
both incredibly light coffees. They're great coffees. What's up, Bill?
Hello, I have finished my work. It's being done? Being done.
Right.
How much more? Yeah, he's almost done. Yeah.
He's done. I see that the afterburns.
Oh, I wish I was done. I got like,
He has other coffees to roast.
yeah, I was just cleaning it. But I'll get it started up in a sec.
But yeah, I don't know. We can only be so entertaining when coffee roasting's happening. You know, it's like you gotta let a master do his work, right? You can't be bothering him.
I'm definitely going like half speed right now.
Have you tried the maceration yet?
Oh, okay. You want to answer, like, you want to look through the chat and
reading
answer
through
these
chat,
questions?
slowly answering
Okay. Hold on. Let me give you the mic.
Bill is truly the master, so he's probably the best
I am
person
not
to
a
ask.
master. I don't know anything.
He is the person you want to ask anyways.
Okay, you can look through the chat and ask the question.
Q&A.
Q&A. Okay, now I can add. Wait, I can edit the title of my.
Have you tried anti-maceration yet? The anti-maceration will be soon coming out to Hydrangea soon. So they use vacuum, and
You have to read the questions, otherwise nobody will know what you're talking about. Bill needs to spill the trade secrets. LMAO.
Bill with the trade secret. What trade secret do you want to hear? I pay them money. They give me beans. That's all the trade secret there are. Oh. Does Koro have a color sorter? No, Koro unfortunately does not have a color sorter. So all the sorting is done by hand right now with minions. And we pay the minions in boba.
Maybe we'll get our own color sorter someday, Bill.
Should I go to Chicago? If you're paying, no. If you're not paying, great. Lowering tour. There's not that many questions.
Yeah, they're not that many questions.
There are not that many questions.
Here, people can ask you questions.
I am answering.
I wish I was doing a dark roast today, then we get a lot of questions.
Oh, we can do.
Oh, we can do a dark roast.
Yeah, well, another day.
Do you want to do a Coverman dark roast?
No. What was that? What was that coffee you gave us last time?
The dynamic cherry. Ming liked it.
It was good. It tasted like dark orange chocolate.
I love it.
In a pleasant way.
I love it so much, yeah.
I was like, yeah, anaerobic dark roast. Yeah, shout out to Moonwake for anaerobic dark roast.
Yeah, from Panama.
It will be on bar at Farmers Market this weekend. Yeah, go try some anaerobic dark roast. That's actually good.
Somebody asked you how much Bitcoin do you how much Bitcoin do you
How much Bitcoin do I own? 0. I should have bought some when I was in high school and didn't. So now it's too old. Hi Bailey. Oh, this is Bailey from Banna.
Yeah, or Intelligentsia Bailey.
Right. This is the Intelligentsia Bailey. This is the lowering that I'm stuck with. And Oh, the thing is clean. Good. Yeah, sometimes I roast a lot of coffee and use the lowering as a mixer. That's the only thing the lowering is good for, is blending multiple batches of the Pro Bat together. All right, now that's forever on the internet.
You're gonna get canceled by like
Yeah. Feel
You'll need to reveal how you learned to roast.
I learned to roast by roasting coffee. I learned to roast by fidgeting on the Ikawa until it tasted good. And then I fidgeted around on the Mill City and it tasted good. And then now I'm just fidgeting on the Pro Bat and it tasted good. That's the backstory.
Okay. Would you dark roast specialty coffee or just like I think you can. You totally can dark roast specialty. People already do that every day.
Ming is doing that. We're dark roasting a anaerobic splash process Caturra Catuai from Panama, and it has it tastes like dark orange chocolate. It tastes like coffee liqueur. It's
Great.
it's good.
It's really good.
It goes really well as a ristretto. It does really well in the cortado. So if you have drinks in mind that you want to make, you can source coffee to that as well.
Yeah. Hey, well, we'll come back on a stream for that. We can show that off. The dark roast.
I'm only doing dark roast and ultralights. That's my future in this industry. Nothing in between.
Are you guys splitting that tepe or what's the deal?
Ming is getting the natural. I'm getting the wash. So we will have a collab soon of Instagram. So follow Instagram, follow Moonwake Coffee Roasters on Instagram.
Hydrangea charcoal roast wedge.
Hydrangea charcoal roast. Hydrangea already has charcoal roast.
You have that picture of the rainbow roast?
Yeah, I still have the picture of the rainbow roast.
Yeah.
So let me find it. That was great.
I have been drinking a lot of clean kakuai and funky ones. Yeah, I mean, dude, I've been drinking the Alita kakuai, the anaerobic kakuai. It's pretty good.
This is the rainbow roast.
Rainbow. So yeah, we got a few of that is drinkable, right?
By the intermediate value theorem, yes.
How many batches did you roast before your first production roast?
How many batches did I roast? I say around 100. And then
If test roasting a new batch of beans, do you taste test immediately or rest the beans prior to? This man cups right after.
I cup right after I roast. So yes, I will cup within like 15 minutes, and there's no roastiness, I promise you. It's actually really good. Otherwise, I wait 2 weeks.
I want to put that rainbow roast in the mocha.
Some of it's still raw. We thought about selling it as an April Fool's joke, and then we realized that it hasn't even gone to the mire stage yet. So the beans probably still way too hard for the grinder, and I don't want to run into customer service issue of servicing people's grinder. So I decided not to. But yeah, if the coffee's like a minute too longer, I would have just sell it. It's probably grindable at that point.
You should have threw that back in the roaster and roasted it some more.
You're not wrong.
So you could sort it and then throw it into like your Ikawa for a second.
Well, no, the dark roast will just get extra dark, which is fine. Like, cause it's already. Yeah, I thought about selling the rainbow roast on the Hydrangea on April 1st for $6.90.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta do another coffee at some point. If there's any
Anything on your mind lately, Brian, that you want?
I want either some goofy stuff or like a really clean coffee.
Do you want Brian Esmeralda?
Yes.
We can do Brian Esmeralda at home.
Oh shit, okay, let's do it.
Do you want Brian Esmeralda or do you want Brian Carmen?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
How's it going?
How expensive are they?
Uh,
They're both really expensive.
I don't know.
Okay, we can think about that.
All right, tasting immediately after roast versus waiting 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What's the taste difference?
Yeah.
I think tasting it right away, you actually don't get that much
but yeah, and it
roastiness.
needs sorting too.
But the body tends to be a little bit
yes.
stronger.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
mostly tasting for defects. I'm not tasting for enjoyment. Mostly tasting if there's any burnt flavor, any grass, any paper, any wood. So that's what I'm looking for. And then tasting versus 2 weeks, what I'm looking
this is
for
the
is the
last
pleasant
ultralight.
flavors,
And
like
then,
how good is the acidity,
what we have
how,
now is
how's the structure, what's the
all the
complexity
medium
like.
roast stuff actually.
So yeah, it really depends on what you're cupping for.
and the
I
medium
guess I
roasts
cup
are,
more for
like,
quality control than for enjoyment
slower
on
in general,
the day
so
of.
you'll probably
But they
outpace
taste
me
fine
for sure.
They're pleasantly enjoyable. All right.
Alright. That was Bill.
Oh, thanks, Bill.
Oh, we have a thanks, Bill. Okay. All right, people are like, thanks, Bill. There you go, in the chat. Okay, this is actually a good question. How does doing heavily processed stuff as ultralight affect the funk? I think that highly depends on how clean, how clean the heavily processed is, because like, I feel like heavily processed, if you do like a super transparent roast of it, it could just be all you're tasting is processing, but it also depends on what process. It's hard to say.
Depends. Like we had the Wilton lager yeast one, and it had like this hoppiness, this kind of like hoppy, almost dank type funk, that type of funk. But that was like a very aromatic, almost like floral type funk, right? So then ultralights for that were just like 50% hops and 50% coffee. So that one, it like pushed up that processing taste to like an extremely high level. But I don't think it's like that for other types of high processing.
It's very dependent on process, and what you'll, or at least what I've tasted before is like, you sometimes will either get like processing first, then coffee. Or like, if it's not processed so well, like that's the type of separation you get, which some people really like. Then there's also like, you taste processing within a coffee that's like elevating the coffee quality. And that could be, very enjoyable on an ultralight. But I personally am like with those I think it's highly dependent, because like, it really depends on the type of processing. I'm sad I missed the lager yeast coffee. Is that coming back at all?
No, but sneak peek, we do have some other Wilton lots that we've got recently. And one of them especially is almost like a combination of the lager yeast plus the Naruk that we had.
Ooh,
both of which
exciting.
ran out, but both of which are super good. And this was like they had a child's.
Interesting. Okay,
so
I'm
really
excited for that. Yeah.
But it still has a bit of that hoppiness quality. It has more of that rice milk body. It'll be a really exciting one. So if you missed out on the lager yeast, at least you'll have that as a great
Yeah, be on the lookout
constellation.
for that coffee.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill, for the illegal dank coffee specifically. The funny thing is Bill's best coffees are his wash coffees. You heard it here first. Would you agree that your best coffees are washed?
Secretly, yes. Secretly, actually, yes. That I know I'm known for the naturals, but secretly all the really good coffee are on the secret shop or watch coffee. And are like really, really good.
Yeah.
I think my comment watch was like a lot of people's top 5 last year.
That was a incredible coffee.
That was like a lot of people's top 5.
All of your Carmen's, or like, a lot of the Carmen stuff was like
Yeah.
amazing. Larita honey, that was a very strong coffee as well.
Yeah, Lorita honey was great.
Yeah, it's because people are like, ooh, you have dank coffee. Bill, thanks you, Bill, for the illegal dank coffee specifically.
Wow, I feel hurt. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm known for now. That's okay.
That's very true. His Wash Santa Teresa Gastro was so good. That's hella funny though. We got people in the chat who buy both from you, both of you guys.
Right.
I'm surprised.
People buy a lot.
Or it's like always interesting when people can name like specific coffees from roasters. Like it's that memorable. Considering, well, I mean, you're rotating through a lot more coffees than Ming. Yeah.
Hydrangea is about the hyper fast crop style system about, I believe in selling coffee fast and
Yeah, you snooze, you lose.
um,
But we'll find it. We'll do another coffee together. I think that'll be fun.
funny stats. I released exactly 52 coffee last year.
Cool.
So on average, one a week.
You're insane.
And the average shelf time for each coffee is like 4 months, 4 weeks a week,
Yeah.
something like that. That's or so. So, yeah.
Dude, there's a JQ crepe. That was an amazing, incredible coffee.
Oh, the crepe is good. Why do people not like crepe?
We gonna get some dank decafs.
I am trying to get a dank decaf. It's a work in progress. Diego has ran out of decaf.
We should find we can go find some coffee at Expo, and then we can do a cool collab between all of us, and we'll see. Oh, I could do a BQ special. We got like one coffee between these two guys, and they roast very differently. That'd be cool. Box set. Let's go. That is an idea, as I see both people on the frame in the video right now. BQ Stan's gonna cop what BQ shills. Yeah. You know, Bailey, I don't know, man. Did you buy any of the last few coffees I talked about? Did you buy this coffee? Oh wait, no, that's the Bourbon. Did you buy this coffee?
I think that there's a conception, right? Like you drink the coffee at certain times, like, oh, this is good. And then 3 months, 4 months after, you're like, and then you come to realize how good that coffee actually is in hindsight. Because you drink something else and then like it's not compared. I think that happens a lot to a lot of people. There's probably a word for it.
You just regret what you buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I have definitely my preferences, but I do bias towards the Bay Area guys because I can do that. But you know, still locally, I like Bill, I like Ming, I like all these guys because they entertain the goofy ideas, but from a more like national or global scale, you know, I have my preferences, which I think most of you guys know at this point. But there are some roasters that I am still very focused on discovering, focused on showing there. Like Tanya Kaveri was like amazing to show Indian coffee like that, and that was roasted on this Loring. And then now I just want to show off all the goofy projects that we do in the Bay. What coffee is this?
This is ultralight. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually a Cruz Loma, Ecuador honey processed. And it's funny because we got a whole bunch of stuff. We love working with Cruz Loma. They're amazing. But we got this bourbon, and I personally don't believe like roasting everything light. I kind of like try to bring out the best flavor. And for me, there was like this baked dessert, like apple pie flavor that was like not really, it's kind of unstructured, a little like loose when you roast it light. But when you push it a lot further, like I do like, I'm testing some crazy profiles on this thing, but it's like a really long extended roast overall at like lower heat. But yeah, you just get an immense amount of complex sweetness, like eating a dessert. So we used to serve this on bar too as espresso. It works really well for that. But yeah, it's well in the medium roast territory if that wasn't apparent.
Yeah, I mean, that is still lighter than a lot of people's mediums, but it goes really well. I mean, so here's the thing is, you know, I think we should do a video on some of your drinks too. I'm gonna make Harry do a corn video, a corn latte video.
Oh yeah.
But like a lot of this is the espresso base for those milk drinks, and it works out really well, in my opinion.
Yeah, that like caramel, heavier body punches through the milk in a way that we really like at Moonwake. So we end up like preferring that a lot for on-bar stuff. But also just generally too, I don't always drink light roasts, even though I do like my ultralights now. Yeah, it's just sometimes you can't beat that like heavy syrup, ultra sweet, ultra dessert like world of coffee. So yeah, not for everybody, but I don't know. We like it a lot.
I think this is the type of coffee that if you wanted to, it's like the gateway. If you wanted to still, you know, they're used to drinking like dark roast, a lot of their traditional coffees. This is gonna give them a lot of that same comfort, but really, really sweet without a lot of that like insane bitters. But yeah, you know, a lot of the cocoa and citrus expression coffees from Ming here are all very strong. And the interesting thing is, you know, this guy don't want to do blends, single origin.
Yeah, nothing against blends. I still like having people really talk about more of the farm versus like the roaster. It's just like what I would prefer. So I'd rather have the conversation be about Cruz Loma and how this is like ridiculously sweet and has such a nice like mouthfeel versus you know, a Moonwake blend that they'll never really remember where it came from or who did most of the hard work. You know, we're just sitting here making videos, putting some beans in some, you know, drums, but a lot of these farmers and producers, they really put in the effort. So I like to just have that as a thing for us, even though, you know, there are some really good blends out there. Nothing against that.
Yeah, so if you guys, I guess when they restock on some of those other coffees, this would be a great coffee to pick up too. Give you a very contrasting presentation, but still within the realm of what I think he likes, which is, and the roasting style, which is like that balance, that sweetness. But you know, you just get more of it here. You get more of that coloring, more, you know, in my opinion, more of that enjoyability.
Yeah, different expression, different way that a coffee can be enjoyed. And personally, for like this bean from Cruz Loma, it is still an exceptional, high quality coffee. But comparing the two, I just feel like this brings out some stuff that is really unique that we like. So yeah, give it a try, especially if you're into espresso. Do a lot of ristrettos that you like body in addition to, you know, your more like high clarity brews. Might be fun.
Yeah, well, you can drink this while the ultralight is resting. You're gonna wait like a whole month for it to rest. But yeah, you know, this is the amount of work, man, people put in for just for like normal coffee, right? This is like your normal offering. But yeah, you know, we still care a lot.
I care just as much about the dark roast that we're gonna have soon.
Okay, well, to be fair, your dark roast is very special, and we will show. I think we will come back. Maybe we'll do a video. We'll do a stream. I don't know. I think the stream would be so fun. If
I
we
think it'd be really fun. Yeah.
Okay, we can get people hyped up on the dark roast stream. But yeah, you know,
best dark roast that you'll ever have. On it right now, because Bill gave it to me. So
yeah. When I guess we'll do that after Expo. 2 weeks
Probably,
from now?
yeah. We won't be roasting it this time.
Okay, so we'll do a dark roast stream in a few weeks. I think that will be so fun. And then maybe we'll give first dibs to the people who are on the stream, right? You guys can all buy it. But
we should have Mabel open up the forum too for the ultralight.
Okay, yeah.
Just so these guys can get first dibs.
Yeah, because I know you. There are a few of you guys on here. Well, so the thing is people who already ordered the coffee, or they're
Oh, I see.
yeah, or they're like, oh, I didn't realize it sold out already. So
yeah, I see.
yeah.
But yeah, it's funny, the dark roast, the first like YOLO roast we did of it last week, I just had no expectations because Bill just threw some green at me, which is my favorite thing in the world. It's always good. But he told me to roast it like darker, and the amount of wininess, you could just smell it in like this whole half of the roastery. It was insane. I was like, there's no way this is gonna taste good, especially as a dark roast. But somehow, I think you had the best like tasting note of it. It was just like pure dark chocolate with like the orange, like that orange note.
It like specifically reminded me of like the Ghirardelli chocolate square that has like the orange syrup in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that coffee is actually pretty awesome for a dark roast. So we will put that coffee out. I guess we'll come back and we'll stream it for you guys. But
how that winey like vinegar turned into like that, I have no idea.
Yeah, and it was a Panama CCD. It was like a high-end coffee. It was like actually a high-end coffee. So, you know, it's kind of like dark roast Esmeralda, I guess, right? The greens that you have will still improve things.
Yeah, we'll probably get some hate for it, but it is actually really good. So. Oh
yeah, somebody said Timor. The Timor you had was like chocolate ice cream.
Yeah. That's what we're serving currently on bar, and that's actually what we have the most orders of. Like this whole bottom section is all Timor.
All Timor? Okay.
Yeah, really good. Kind of lesser known, but very high quality for the region. And yeah, it's the same thing. The chocolate is like really punches through. This is more like caramel apple dessert. That one's just like pure chocolate.
Yeah,
chocolate
I did like the, if you guys did try the Guatemala from before, that one was a very strong coffee. I do like this Bourbon. I think this Bourbon is a little more interesting than the Timor, but they're both, you know, they serve their purpose. But, you know, how I evaluate how good these coffees are is I just order this orange cardamom latte every single week, and I see, you know, some weeks it tastes better. To me, it tastes better than other weeks, but, you know. Yeah, we'll see. Hey, have you ever tried Saka? Saka Cafe. It's Italian dark roast.
Oh, is that the name of the roastery or the brand or?
Yes, both.
Okay.
Saka, S-A-K. Okay,
S-A-K.
maybe I got to get some Saka for you to try.
Yeah, I would love to.
Saka is true Italian experience.
I haven't had too much of the true Italian experience, so I'd be definitely down for that.
Yeah, okay, but we'll have that dark roast. That'll be a fun stream. So we'll come back and stream that in a few weeks. The upcoming stuff is I might stream tomorrow. I might stream like a tasting tomorrow with Harry and some of these guys, and then we'll stream. Well, we'll probably film something on Sunday. I still need to stream like a farmer's market day. That'd be fun. I just haven't figured out the internet situation. Like I gotta like hotspot.
Oh, at the farmer's market?
Yeah, the farmer's market. I'll stream at Expo, and then we'll stream Dark Roast stream. But I've been kind of busy these days, so I haven't been streaming all the time.
Yeah, stream at the farmer's market would be really cool. Experience it like POV type style, maybe.
Oh,
like
yeah.
barista.
Make Harry do it.
Yeah, where's Harry today? I thought
Harry's
he was gonna
at
come
home.
Oh.
He had meetings. Or it was like too late. I couldn't bring him along. It's unfortunate. There's too much traffic. Well, actually what happened was there's like some crashes on 101 that really delayed my schedule, so I couldn't bring him. Are there any Ethiopian single farms popping up aside from a Gesha village? I cannot think of any off the top of my head. Like in Ethiopia, single farms.
Single farms? I guess Negus Nare is a collection, I think,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Like true single farm? I'm not sure, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
That one's ready. Needs to be destoned and sorted.
Yeah, so typical process, you know, roast, destone, sort. Some sorting can happen here too with, if you guys saw that last video, you know, we go and they go and pick out all of those Quakers and whatnot. Or you can sort over there afterwards. Most of the coffees that run through this destoner, you know, hopefully you don't find that many stones, but otherwise you find them here. But yeah, I've been on for a bit, so I might wrap up soon. Unless you guys have any other questions or other things if you want me to answer since he's here. I'll wait like 2 minutes and then I'll wrap up because we've been on for a bit and obviously this is what roasting is. And we already roasted the ultralight stuff, so that's, you know, now you're roasting.
Yeah, that's probably more exciting stuff. So we just got a bunch of Timors to do back to back. Yeah, it's a lot of long hours being a roaster, and we're like, yeah, nowhere near even like what Bill has to deal with. So he practically lives here.
Yeah, he does live near here, like literally down the street.
Yeah, that is very convenient for him.
Oh, right, Alaka is a single farm. I've had 2 of their coffees before. I think from Obatory, and I thought they were decent. Although Robert that shows up on these streams, he didn't like those coffees, so he handed them to me. But yeah, you know, I think we'll probably wrap up in another minute. If there's anything else, but you know, we'll be streaming at SCA, and you will see Ming probably on the stream at SCA at some point. I'm going to be walking around the show. It depends on how good the internet is, but you're going to be at San Remo.
We're going to be at San Remo on Friday, I think.
Friday, okay.
Yeah, I forget the time, but
yeah, if you're,
it's like around 1, somewhere around 1 p.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be pulling shots of the new Wilton that we'll have that we haven't released yet. The one that's it's a Typica, but it's, yeah, taste-wise, it's going to be a mix of that Lager Gesha and the Narup. So
yeah,
we try to pull that on the U. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. I think that coffee would be great on the U because you get all that profiling. But
yep.
Yeah, you know, if you guys are at SCA Chicago this coming week, come and find me or come and find Ming at San Remo, and you know, we'll be all around the show. That's the thing. You come and say hi, and of course, you know, if you've it's funny because last year at SCA, relatively unknown, right?
Yeah.
And this year, I'm pretty sure there will be people who know you.
I mean, yeah, it's nice to reflect. We've definitely grown thanks to a lot of you guys supporting us. So, yeah, we'd love to meet, you know, you guys there. Definitely say hi. We'd love to chat. Yeah, even if you want to tell me my coffee sucks, I would love it.
But yeah, you know, you got a really interesting coffee. If you got some spares of it, I'll steal it and I'll go brew it somewhere. If you got some extra of it, I could go brew it at Cafec.
Oh, the Wilton stuff?
The Wilton stuff.
Yeah, whatever's left, you can probably take most of it.
Okay.
You can just like distribute it around.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be brewing at a few different booths. Ming will be at San Remo, and then, you know, if you guys do spot us in the wild at the show, come and say hi. But yeah. We'll do some more. Probably we'll do some more videos and streams on you know, roasting all of that. So, you know, want to thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, people are saying thanks for here. We'll go.
Yeah,
I can flip the camera. Aha. But there we go. I'm now here. But yeah. Thanks. So yeah, we got a lot of people saying, yeah, thanks for the roasting sessions. Technical roasting methods maybe at a later date. That would have to be its like own stream for. But yeah, otherwise. How close are you to running out of the Wilton Sidra?
Ooh, we still have a decent amount. Yeah, so we're not at risk of running out of that just yet.
Okay, got it. Well, yeah, we'll wrap up now. We streamed the ultralight roasting, which is what most of these guys came here for. But we got some other stuff we showed up. But Bill popped in for a bit. But yeah, otherwise we'll see you guys next week or the week after. You'll see some few more videos coming out from us. But if you are at SCA Chicago, come and say hi.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you guys.